So tell me, what was the first piece of music you ever bought with your own money?
Well, it's going to be pretty embarrassing. It would have probably been an E17 CD or tape. No, tape probably. Old band from England, like a boy band. But this was when I was in like primary school, like infant school. So it was like the boys liked this band and the girls liked another one. So.
Go for it. So what's the best set you've ever played?
I have to be careful not to upset people. It's probably many shows in Manchester through the Warehouse project. It's always just a great. I've built up a really good sort of following there, and they've always been sort of ultra supportive of everything I've played, and it's always just an amazing show. It's like real Warehouse, like pitch black vibes. Yeah, so many shows there. But then gigs like things like Glastonbury and stuff like that are purely like life-changing in a sense that you're playing at Glastonbury, like, you know, and like there's not one show I can say. Like the first time I went to America, I played in New York, which was like real life-changing as well. So it's impossible to pick one. But I'll put
In New York.
the first place I played was it was called Avalon. It was originally called Limelights. It was in like a big old church. And I was in room 2. I wasn't even old enough to drink when I was there. I was like 19. But that was really, really good. But then there's like my first gig outside England was in Belgium, and that was my first sellout show. So that was another. It's more coolness, like milestone shows, rather than a favourite, you know.
Okay. So imagine that you're strapped into the space shuttle.
Okay.
You're about to take off.
Okay.
The countdown's going.
Yeah.
What track do you want to listen to as you blast off into outer space?
Prince, just as long as we're together, probably.
Amazing.
It's about 9 minutes, so it'd give me enough time to fall asleep as well.
Low off to the
Yeah.
Rockets. What's the best album for making love?
Yeah, there's not an album, it's a playlist that I've made on my laptop. Yeah. The Weeknd's quite a good one. Weekend, or the trilogy though, not just one of them. The trilogy on shuffle. And then Prince's first album, with the one track with Crazy You on. I think it's called For You. That album's great, yeah.
Weeknd, for sure. What's one track that's a guaranteed dance floor filler?
Wow. See, it's mad because there's so many genres I could pick from. It went like, especially when I'm out of England. If I ever play In for the Kill, my remix In for the Kill, that's always goes down well.
What's your favorite book?
Porno by Irvine Welsh. It's like the follow-up to Trainspotting. Cracker.
I tried to read it, I couldn't make it through. The dialect is written in dialect.
Yeah,
right?
Scott. It's like heavy Glaswegian.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I made
Yeah.
40 pages and I kept trying to push, but...
Yeah.
Okay, what's your worst DJ moment?
Anytime I've drank too much and stopped the wrong deck. It doesn't happen so much anymore, but like years and years ago, when I used to play vinyl, it used to happen. Like I mix quite rapidly, like fairly quick, and then I'd press the wrong deck and it would just stop, and I'd be like, just sort of have to apologise. But shit happens, right?
What's your, I guess maybe you already answered this, your favorite city to spin in? Manchester?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
I don't know. That's always my answer quite a lot, but I don't actually know. I've had some real important, like, career-wise shows. Like, they've really pushed me as an artist, and like, I've worked with them for so long, like the Warehouse Project team, and they've just always never made it easy. Which is, they said like they made me DJ after Andy C once. I'm not sure if you know who Andy C is, but he's like drum and bass DJ.
Yeah.
And I was playing dubstep, and I had to play after him, and that's like a personal nightmare. His drum and bass is so fast, and they made me do it, and it ended up becoming one of like the most talked about shows of that season, and that was because they made me do it. It wasn't. They made me do it to push myself as an artist. So, yeah, just things like that really.
So are there any artists or producers that you really enjoy, that you think are really talented, you admire, you respect, but you rarely actually want to sit down and listen to?
No. I can sort of sit down and listen to anything really. There's not, apart from, I can even sit down and listen to Gabba. I think there's not.
Okay.
No.
What's the best thing you've ever seen music do?
As personally seen,
Personally.
uniting drum and bass and dubstep listeners.
So, just to close out, I spent a little bit of time over the past few days listening to your discography. Do you think that it's safe to say that your music has been getting sexier over the past couple of years?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
What's brought your music in a sexy direction?
I think it's more a sense of growing as an artist and actually learning chord structures and stuff, and like listening and understanding chord progressions in music that actually make you feel like that. You know, like listen to old Isley Brothers stuff and old Prince stuff. It's like sexy, so it's quite hard. Especially I'm not classically trained, so I've kind of taught myself over the years, and yeah, it's more of a thing of being able to do it. Like always wanting to do it, but actually now being able to do it. And especially working with songwriters like Sam Frank, who just,
that track's pretty sexy.
he's like a genius songwriter, and it's
the Khalees thing.
I don't even want to talk about Khalees, it's a fucking pain in the ass. I was working with a songwriter called Autumn Rowe, and we had this track, like, I'd already done one track called Distance, I'm not sure if you heard. And then I was that Khalees took and released, and then there was another track, and then there was the instrumental to Copycat that the songwriter had written, Copycat to, and Khalees had overheard it in the studio, and walked in and was like, I really want this. So yeah, couldn't really say no.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, I think we gotta let somebody else take a crack at you, but